What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful night or day. Happy Monday. Today I'm back with some more Quinfall, and I wanted to do a quick video talking about the taming system. I've got a few requests regarding doing a tips and tricks video on taming and what I've learned so far. So it's been a couple of days. I haven't had a whole lot of practice with it, not as much as I'd like, but I'd like to share with you the tips that I've learned. So when you want to start the taming system, when it comes to either horses or sheep, anything out in the world, wild cows or wild chickens that you want to try to tame, you're going to need to start with getting a lasso. So this lasso comes from the mount carekeepers, and if you go to any city, they should usually have one. Yeah, the mount caretaker. Once you go to that vendor, you'll be able to purchase the lasso, and then you have to come out into the open world and find them. If you're traveling on roads, you might come across quite a few of them, depending on where you are. I think in the starter zone, like over near Meadow, there's quite a few, horses and stuff alongside that road. As far as I've seen, it doesn't really matter where you tame. Although, I haven't had a whole lot of practice with it, so this may not be the case. But from what I've seen, you can get green horses in in-game zones, or you can get them in starter zones. It doesn't really matter. Same thing with blues, and I haven't come across purples yet, but I think blues I've tamed. And one thing I have been told is that when you're going to tame, because it's going to start a mini game up as soon as I start this, you're going to want to get as close as possible. And you can see in the menu that it's going to have a difficulty by distance tooltip there. So you're going to want to be as close as you possibly can. You're going to need to start by pressing G to crouch. I've also heard that crouching increases your efficiency at this as well. And then I usually don't try to get right up on it, because I would say about 4 steps away and you're going to get detected and it's going to say taming fail. So right about here I think is going to be good. So it says difficulty by distance, 59%. You can see the progress bar there. And like I said, you have to try to stop it in that space area. Okay, and I got a blue. Sometimes I think that even if you're in the correct position, it just doesn't want to actually execute properly. So we got a male. That's awesome. So yeah, I've had cases where it would be on the marker. I hit spacebar, but it just wouldn't take it and it would fail. So let me see if I can find another animal really quick. I'll show you what happens if you did try to fail. Yeah, here we go. So we got a wild sheep here. Of course, this is one of the animals that you can tame out and about in the world. Actually, I think you can also go into the L menu, and if you go into husbandry, I think it'll show you some of the stuff you can tame as well. So goats, sheep, cows, and chickens. Other than that, I'm not sure if there's any other animals we can tame, but I don't think you're able to tame the hunting animals like bears and stuff like that, and rhinos. But when you fail, you'll see that he walks away and it just disappears. So you have to make sure that you're being careful, you're sneaking, and you try not to get super duper close before you start the process, but as close as you can get before failing the tame is better. And that's going to be all for the taming system. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the breeding.